Okay, so today what we're going to be looking at is the splash effect on a Magic the Gathering altar. And what the splash effect is, you have an altar, there's water, in this example is treasure cruise, so there's a boat, and you want to emphasize the water kind of splashing up, coming out of the card, and it's kind of an effect that's unique. It's a unique way to do some altars, and I don't do this with a lot of cards, but I like doing it with the ones that I feel like it works on. And as you can see in this example, that is going really fast. I wasn't expecting it to go that fast. Okay, now it's going slower. Okay, here, what you're doing is you're taking the brush and you're putting it in the paint, and then you're just rubbing it and letting it spray off the toothpick and the brush and land on the card, and it literally looks like a splash effect, almost like you kind of spilled water in the distance and some of it sprayed and landed on the card. But it's not water, it's paint. It's water-based paint, but it's paint. And what you want to do the first time is you probably want to put the paint on without adding water to it and get a few drops that are a little thicker going on so that they're clearly visible, and then you want to do a second one afterwards where the paint is more watered down, and so it emphasizes the water part of it, and it really blends nicely together when it's done. And you want to put in a couple colors. As you can see, I did black first, and I did dark blue, and then I did light blue on top of it. And then what you do once the paint dries is you use the toothpick trick to use a little bit of water, and you rub off the paint. I rub it off of the bars and off of any of the text, and I want the original art to be recognizable, so we also cleared it off of the boat. And when it's done, it looks like that. And that, I feel, is worthy enough to put into the trade folder. I actually like how that came out. And as you can see, if you shine the card, you can see where the paint used to be, so it kind of gives it a second look under certain lighting with this splash effect. Another example, as you're seeing now, Serum Visions and Spell Pierce are two cards that I also do the splash effect with. And there are some people out there who have these in circulation that I have traded for, and they basically look like this. They don't look all exactly the same because the dots are going to land off of the toothpick a little bit differently, but that's a splash effect. If you want to do that with water or anything kind of spraying, Spell Pierce, Serum Visions, Treasure Cruise, or whatever else, that's how you do it. Use a toothpick, use a brush, and there is one thing I want to note about the brush real quick. This is not a high-end brush. This is a brush that I got at like a grocery store, and it's a cheap, wiry, thick brush that's kind of frayed. It's not like the soft material. It's a thick, like wiry bristle, and it actually works very well for this process. So get a cheap, wiry brush where the bristles are a little bit thicker than the fiber brushes that you may have at this point or already have. But for this process, that's what you do. You let the paint dry. You use a toothpick to remove the paint from where you don't want it and make sure the original art is recognizable. And then the end result is what you see in front of you. So thank you for watching, and that's it. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one.